Good to go? All right. Welcome, everybody, to Season 2, Episode 16 of the Fantasy Guys. We are officially live today. Man, oh man, I'm looking forward to a great show. It's a Saturday, and we are officially live. We're never usually live on Saturdays for the Fantasy Guys, but you know, the NFL season decided to play most of their games on a Saturday, so we said let's go live on a Saturday because Sunday is Christmas. So people, happy holidays to everybody out there, by the way. So Sunday's Christmas, so they only got 3 games on Christmas, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and at 8 o'clock. Most of their games are this Saturday, so we decided we're going to do the Fantasy Guys on Saturday and then the Movement on Sunday. We flip-flopped our shows for this week, so looking forward to a great show today. Like I said, Season 2, Episode 16 of the Fantasy Guys. As you can see, we don't really have a full house today. All right, but we do have a special guest today, okay, and that's us right there, Coach. So if you want to see how that's you. All right, so we do have a special guest today, and I say Coach because we got Coach Elijah Richardson in the building today. He's an athletic director, community activist. What is your job at Who? Because I know you in Who, the organization Who.
Yeah, whoa, you feel me?
Oh, it's whoa,
yeah,
keep calling. I'm sorry, whoa.
Everybody do it. It's
Yeah.
cool. You're not the only one, man.
Yeah.
I got people on the board that say, ooh. I'm like, it's cool. So, yeah, it's whoa. So, I'm the executive director. So
Executive director, man, hey, doing great things in the community. But also, most importantly, he's also a Lions fan. And he's a football fan, too. So,
Die hard.
Yeah, so we're going to definitely dive into Lions. We're going to definitely dive into some fantasy talk. Before I do that, though, make sure you subscribe to our pages. YouTube is OzMedia313. You got Facebook and Instagram, The Fantasy Guys. You can Apple and Spotify podcasts. You can listen to our shows later on Apple and Spotify podcasts. And then don't forget our number is 313-306-1750. Use it before you go. I do want you to run an ad right quick. So if you want to call in, please feel free to call in. The number is 313-306-1750. And then you can also follow us on TikTok under Oz Media as well. So just want to let you know. And by the way, be on the lookout. We're moving everything to Oz Media now. So all these socials are going to be all under Oz Media, hopefully by next week for the New Year's. That was my goal, is to move everything under Oz Media. So be ready to follow us there. And we are going to try to do a giveaway, hopefully, so that you guys can all come to one page, specifically one page. Also, shout out to our sponsors, Balkan House, Hanley International Academy, Kahwa House, BC Adhesives, Unique Coney Island, and Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Those are our sponsors of this show. I am going to start off with the Balkan House Restaurant. Since they're located in Hamtramck, we want to give a shout out to the Balkan House Restaurant for all the great things that they do. If you're looking for some great place to eat, look no further than the Balkan House. So Yusuf Thabet, go ahead and give us the Balkan House.
The Balkan House Restaurant. The Balkan House Restaurant is famous for their doner kebab sandwich. But did you know that the Balkan House now serves breakfast? Did you also know that all their food is 100% halal? The Balkan House now also have 2 food trucks, so you can book your next party or event with the Balkan House on wheels. Their Hamtramck location is 3028 Kniff Street, Hamtramck, Michigan. Their Ferndale location is 314 West 9 Mile Road, Ferndale, Michigan. Again, you can book their food trucks for your next party or event. So if you're looking for a nice place to eat with friendly service and great prices, look no further than the Balkan House Restaurant.
What's going on, Coach? You ready to get this rolling, Coach?
let's get it.
All right, so first of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself a little more? I know I kind of introduced you slightly, but I want to hear about you, the things that you do in the community, all the stuff that you do, and what made you get into football, too. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Coach.
Yeah, so currently I work for Cornerstone Schools. I'm the AD. I'm over all Cornerstone. So the middle schools, the high schools, oversee all of those athletic departments, man. Pretty dope. I love it. I help coach here and there when I can, when I'm not in the office. So I go help the football team, which we had our inaugural season. Can't believe I forgot the ring, but we got nice rings, man. It's pretty cool. Help out the basketball team, man, the tennis team. I just love sports in general. Started playing football at 11. That's how I got into it, man.
Okay.
I played a little college football myself.
Where at?
Played at Culverstock College.
Nice.
Itasca Community College, man. Pretty dope. Played DN. So, man, I love this game for real. Wasn't a big student. I was just one of them guys. I'm big, I'm fast. Let's go play.
Let's go hit somebody.
Let's go hit somebody, man.
Yeah.
I'd be on the line like, hey, yo, what gap I'm supposed to be in?
Yeah.
He'd say, oh, B gap. Bet.
All right.
Let's
That's
go.
where I'm going.
They hated me in the film session. I'm getting sacks. You weren't even supposed to be over there. Well, got the sack.
Yeah. And we're going to make the play happen.
Yeah.
We're going to make the play happen, man. I can see that. By the way, we got Yusuf, the guy that's always behind the camera. Shout out to little big bro Yusuf, man, always holding it down. We figured we could have him join us today, too, because Yusuf is in the semifinals in two of his well, actually more than two. At least two that I know of. Three. Yeah. So 3 fantasy leagues. He's in the semis. Team's looking good, too. Has a possible chance of at least maybe scraping out 1 or 2 championships if we're being realistic. So, you got definitely looking forward to that. Yusuf, what are you looking forward to the most, man, this week, man?
I'm looking forward to, I know in one league I'm a for sure win.
Don't say that.
I know for sure, but I'm looking forward to.
Now Zach gets that text.
And then,
confidence.
And then, no, for sure, I'm in another league where I need a huge game. Monday I'm playing a lot of players, so Monday's going to be a huge day for me. But overall, it should be good.
Yeah. Yep, it should be fun. I mean, listen, this is week 16. This is the semifinals of the fantasy football. So, you're in that situation where, coach, people are panicking. People need to know who to start. People need to know who to sit. People need to know all that other good stuff. Like, this is they're trying to make it to the championship, man. So, once you reach this point right here, it's like it gets serious. Plus, we're in reality, too. This is a serious time in the NFL. Teams are trying to clinch playoffs. Teams are trying to get into the playoffs. Yeah. One of them is the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Coach, talk to me. How do you feel about the Lions right now? Currently sitting at 7-7. Started the year 1-6. Have been 6-1 in their last 7 games. Only lost to Buffalo, who's the number 1 seed in the AFC, and could have won that game. So 7-7. Really, we control our own destiny in a way. We win the next 3. I think we're in. What are your thoughts on the Lions, man?
Man, so I love the Lions, man. Been a Lions fans forever. Like, those are my guys.
Sorry to hear that, Coach.
Those are my guys, man. I got the Lions tattoo right here on my chest.
Oh,
man.
for real?
It's right there. Like,
nice.
I love the Lions.
Okay.
Woof. Man, I believe they can do it. I believe they can get to the playoffs. But I don't really want to believe it too much because I don't want to be hurt, man. I'm tired of being hurt by the Lions. It's like, we know they're going to win this week. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it.
Okay.
We know they're going to win against the Bears, right?
It's the Packers.
It's the Packers at the Packers.
Yeah, at Lambeau. Yeah.
That's pretty scary to me, honestly. And, we need a little help. Like, we need the Giants to lose today, man. Need the Commanders to lose today. Really pretty much needs Seattle to lose today as well.
For sure. So me, the way I'm looking at it is, and there was a scenarios that came out. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been looking at scenarios like, man, I've been thinking about this scenario a week or two ago where we can lose in Green Bay and still make it. And the scenario is, first of all, Seattle got the Chiefs, which is no joke, okay? And the Commanders got the 49ers, who are no joke. I think they're both going to lose this week.
Yeah.
If we win this week, like you said, and then next week we beat the Bears, and Seattle and the Commanders somehow lose again, we're in. We're in because we got 9 wins, and they both got 7, and there's 1 more game left. So we could lose to the Packers. So the likelihood of that happening, I'm not going to lie to you, man, you'd be surprised because they got tough games this week, and I think they both have tough matchups next week too, Seattle and the Commanders. So it's like, they're not favored in both of those games, so realistically we're asking for the teams that they're playing against to do their job. And if they do their job and we do our job, we can clinch before the week 18, all right? In reality, though, it might not come down to that, and we might have to go to Lambeau to beat Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not going to lie to you, man.
Kareem.
It scares me. All right, I got a phone call, by the way. We got callers. Like we said, feel free to call in, all right? Feel free to call in. So we got a first caller today. Let me make sure I'm connected right quick. All right. Hey, who do we got calling right now?
Kareem Abdullah.
Shout out to K-Dog. What up, Kareem?
I didn't know I was live, but what's crazy is I was calling the fantasy guy.
There you go. Hey, you called the right number. You called the right number,
Hey, I
Kareem.
appreciate that.
No, we
Hey,
appreciate
man,
you.
I have a question.
Talk to me.
Who's around? Is it just you?
And no, we got 2 other people. We got Lil Big Bro Yusuf, who's in the semifinals in the Family League. Shout out to Lil Big Bro Yusuf. And then
Yes,
we got Coach Elijah Richardson, by the way, in the building today. Does it all. Yep, all day. Both of them definitely deserve choop. So go ahead. Well, talk to me, though.
Well, cousin.
Yes, I love how you had to say that. He had to make sure you let me know, just so if I mess up, he's going to hold this against me, though, by the way, for the next 2.5 years.
Okay, well, for one, my team is great, but I'm facing also a great team.
Nice.
Jalen Hurts is out for me. I picked up Daniel Jones.
Jalen Hurts, QB1 of the fantasy season up until this point, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way,
But
I'm
I
gonna
am
ask you
stuck.
if he's an MVP later on, by the way. So who's
One
the
thing
MVP?
I could say is the team I'm facing and mine were evenly matched with running back, wide receivers.
Okay. So
But
what's the question?
I feel like it all comes down to the defense, and I've never been so stuck with ever being starting a defense, and I'm confused. I got Tampa Bay going against Arizona, but I feel like that might not be the best bet when I have Buffalo going against Chicago. And I feel like defense is going to be the biggest game changer of this matchup because we're so evenly matched.
Kareem,
Yes.
we grew up together, man. We used to
Yes.
live in the same backyard. You know, we had the
Yes.
house. You know, we used to hang out. So this is the
Yes.
time where you come to your cousin and you needed some advice. So this is what I'm gonna tell you, Kareem. Start the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense this week. All right. First of all, don't sleep on Chicago against Buffalo. They're going to Chicago. It's nasty weather. What is Chicago's strength? Is running the ball. I think they're gonna run that ball. Do I think Buffalo's gonna make some plays? Of course, because Chicago's not that good. But I think Tampa Bay's defense is going to give Arizona a big problem because of the fact that Trace McSorley started, and that's their third string quarterback. I think Arizona already turned all their stuff in for this year. They're done. I think their coach is done. I think he's fired by the end of the season. So to me, go with Tampa Bay. I think they're the better start this week, and you can enjoy a Saturday night game where you'll still have a defense to rely on to get some points. But Coach Elijah, do you agree?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yusuf, what's your
Hey,
thoughts?
Most definitely Tampa Bay for sure.
Yeah.
Just because of Trace McSorley.
Yeah. Definitely. Go ahead, Kareem. What are you about to say?
Well, I was just going to say I appreciate you guys for giving me confidence in that choice.
That's all we want to do. That's all we want to do. And I hope that they play better than Buffalo.
Hey, 100%. Good luck to you guys.
Good luck to you,
Good
Kareem.
luck.
Good luck, Eddie.
Little
Good
big
luck,
cousin.
Thank you.
Good luck, Elijah, if you're still in the
sir.
playoffs. Good luck to everybody.
Appreciate it, K-Dog. Appreciate it.
Tuning in from Memphis, Tennessee.
There you go. From Memphis, Tennessee. All right. We appreciate you, bro.
Yalla.
All right, man. So we have B Ruckus. We got B Ruckus. Shout out to B Ruckus, who just gave us a $5 donation as well to Oz Media. I didn't know that you can do this, but I just realized you can. So shout out to B Ruckus for the donation. He says, "Sup, homies? What you think? Fryermoose or Jerron Johnson? Full PPR and Allen or Burrow? My goodness, these are some good ones." Okay, so Jerron Johnson is playing in a freezing temperatures in Cleveland. They said it's, I don't know what the temperature is, but it feels like minus 37. That's what it feels like. I don't know what the exact temperature is, but that's what they say it feels like, okay? So, but New Orleans have no pass catchers because Olave is out. Jarvis Landry's on IR. So, Juwan Johnson's currently the tight end there. And by the way, Juwan Johnson, I believe, is currently sitting at tight end 11 or 9. I'm sorry, he's at tight end 9, by the way, on this season.
Yeah.
But Pat Fryermuth is at tight end 7. Kenny Pickett is back. I'm going to go with Pat Fryermuth personally just because it's a little less warm. I mean, it is a little warmer than it is in Cleveland, but even Pittsburgh is pretty freezing. But I would go with Fryermuth because Kenny Pickett is back, and he's been kind of his boy, him and George Pickens.
That's my exact reason why as well.
Yeah. So you got Fryermuth as well. How about you, Coach Elijah?
Man, I'm going with Johnson.
For real?
I'm going with Johnson.
No pass catchers in New Orleans. Somebody got to catch the ball, right?
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, who you going to get the ball to? Honestly, like, you got to.
That game,
Yeah.
that game
easy.
is.
Like, it's going to be nice. I feel like, nice little, nice 5-10 yard passes and stuff.
Yeah.
Easy money.
For
It's
sure.
gonna be there all day. It's a sleeper.
Yeah. So there you go. So you got 2 Fryermuths, you got 1 Juwan Johnson. Now this is also the tough one. It's Josh Allen against Chicago or Joe Burrow against New England.
Give me Barrow.
For real?
Give me Barrow.
Okay, he's going with Burrow. Yusuf. So go ahead, Yusuf. I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna say my answer.
I'm gonna go Allen.
I have to go Allen too.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why, man. First of all, I love Joe Burrow. I'm a
I'm
big Burrow
a huge
fan.
fan of Burrow as
But
well.
I think that Buffalo, I was listening to ESPN before we started the show, and they did bring up a great point. I think Justin Fields is going to run a lot, so Josh Allen's going to be like, yo, man, I can't have him thinking that he can run like that, and I can't run. And the rushing yards are a lot more for quarterbacks than passing yards. So, like, for the way the points work is for every 20 or 25 yards is 1 point. For rushing, every 10 yards is 1 point. So, to me, when a quarterback can run the ball, it helps you out a lot in terms of fantasy. So I'm going to go with Josh Allen's slight edge just because Burrow is playing New England, but I would not be surprised if Burrow did to play better. I don't think they're going to be that much of a difference, Josh Allen.
Did the Bills clinch the 1 seed yet?
No.
So they're playing to clinch the 1 seed.
Yeah,
as well.
they're
So,
not going to be able to clinch to the last week of the season.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going for sure Allen.
Josh Allen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to slide with Josh Allen, too. So we got 2 Allens and we got 2 Freiermuths. We got 1 Juwan Johnson and 1 Burrow. So that's how it is right now so far. Let's go back to the Detroit Lions, though. What were you saying about the Lions, Coach? Like, you know, are you proud of them or where they're at, though?
I'm definitely proud of them. However, I think coaching is still going to be their downfall. So
Really?
if you pay attention, looking at that game with Josh Allen, oh man, what team is that? The Bills. I'm tripping. With the Bills, bad coaching at the end. That was supposed to be a win for us, man. I mean, we should have got that on that fourth. I was like 4th and 1, man. We should have went for it. Definitely could have made that. That would have sealed the game. You gave Josh Allen too much time, and I think as a coach, you got to make those decisions in those tight games. So when we playing, you know, mediocre teams, yeah, we can coach against them. That's cool because we have some nice young talent. But when we play against good teams, it's like, man, we drop the ball every time.
Yeah.
Think about it in the beginning of the season, even with the Eagles, right? We're there with the big teams, but at the end of the day, it comes down to coaching and making decisions, and I don't think the Lions can do that. You
know, this is something that on our panel, we've been having this discussion all season, and we've been kind of like a roller coaster with Dan Campbell and the crew. And it's like, in order for the Lions to take it to the top, do you see Dan Campbell being that guy? I'm talking about like future, not just this year. Future. Like, do you think that... And I know it's going to be crazy to say, but if we were to ever win a Super Bowl, is Dan Campbell the guy that's going to be behind the headset?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go with that because I mean we haven't played this good in a while.
Yeah.
I don't see us building up this team to this point and then firing him and bringing someone else in to take on the mantle. I don't see that happen. It has to be him.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be him.
I'm not going to lie to you. I agree with you 100%, man. In the beginning of the year, I was, debating it. I was like, man, like you said, like there was a couple times where it was happening. But I think they've been learning from their mistakes. Are they still making mistakes? Yeah. But they're still a young crew. Like, let's reflect back to the coaching staffs. I mean, the coaches that were available 2 years ago, we got Robert Saleh. I believe Brandon Staley, that's at the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of any other coaches that were kind of available 2 years ago. And we got Dan Campbell. And I'm not going to lie to you, man. I think Dan Campbell, low-key, is the best one out of all of them right now.
Absolutely.
And so it's like
absolutely.
We got the best coach, I think, from that group that came out. We have a good support system, too, with Aaron Glenn. Ben Johnson, man. Ben Johnson, I'm telling you right now, our offensive coordinator, Coach Elijah. He is, man, let me tell you something.
He's leaving, man. He's going to find a head coach.
That's the problem, but I don't think he's leaving this year. I think he's going to wait a year because the Lions really haven't reached their limit. This year we kind of knocked on the door. It's hard for him to just leave unless like somebody offers him a job that he just can't say no to. I think he's going to leave after next year where like we might make the playoffs and have a chance to win the division and maybe make it to like win a couple playoff games or win one playoff game, But Ben Johnson last 2 weeks, okay? First of all, let's go back to the Minnesota game. That Penei Sewell play, who would have guessed it?
Nobody.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No one.
Like, I'm sitting there like, what the heck they about to do? When he threw the ball to Penei Sewell, I was like, and then my man catches it, runs, gets that little yards he needed, and then falls down. I'm like, that's guts. But that's repetition. That's believing in your guys. Everybody looked like they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Nobody really showed. And to me, when you look at that, it means they practiced this stuff.
Yeah, they definitely practiced it.
They hit it to where it's normal. And then last week's play against the Jets. Coach Elijah, when I tell you, man, that I was on the edge of my seat because it felt like a Lions game. Old Lions game.
Yeah.
I was just mad that Raymond couldn't get the first down on that third and
That's number one.
He couldn't reach for
You
it.
have to get those. Like,
Yeah.
Those plays must be made. You only can have so many trick plays in your bag.
Yeah.
It comes down to, hey, man, power mouth football. You got to get it in there, man. Like,
So, they basically, first of all, let's start off with a play earlier in the game where my man Zach Wilson got the ball deflected, the ball's in the air, our safety's ready to make an interception, and Michael Carter comes out of nowhere and catches the pass.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But let's go now to the 4th and 1, all right? I'm sitting there. It's a 2-minute warning. I'm thinking to myself, like, we got to pound this football, get this dang first down, stop playing around. You know? They fake the run. My heart drops. I'm already thinking about the Detroit news media ripping the Lions again for a 4th and inches play, just like the Buffalo game, and they went for a deep ball pass, all right? He's looking to the right. I'm trying to see, like, a receiver that's open, and nobody really looked open. I was like, oh, my God. This guy's about to get sacked. And then the tight end pops out to the left.
Man.
Wide open. First of all, after he caught it, my heart rate probably dropped. Like, thank goodness he got the first down.
He dropped a catch earlier in the game, so I really thought he was...
Yeah, like Lions stuff. Right to his hands, he drops the first down. So when he caught it, I was like, oh my God. And then my man started running. I was like, oh my God. And then when he got to the area where it was like the 10, 12 yard line where I started to actually see Jets defenders, I thought like he has to score because I don't want to get tackled because we needed a touchdown.
Yeah.
And my man got in the end zone. A 50-yard touchdown on 4th and inches, Coach Elijah.
It was sexy. It was definitely sexy.
Ben Johnson.
It was sexy.
Is the truth, man.
He is. Let me ask you this. So what's his track record before the Lions?
I don't know.
So do you think so?
He's young though.
So what
young.
you were just saying earlier about he might leave and get a head coaching job? Would he really leave? Like, this is his place to build his resume.
Yes.
Like if we don't know him yet, I mean, he needs to be here for the next 3 to 5, in my opinion.
I agree. No, I agree.
I like that.
I think the NFL doesn't know him yet either. So that's why I see him at least for another year.
At least.
Yeah,
like,
at least.
Really, to me, it's like at least 2. Because
I agree.
It might could be a fluke.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, I think this coaching staff might, just because they know what's going on and they kind of can see the special thing that's going on, and it can only help them by like not being patient. I can see them sticking around until the Lions do something.
Right, because they making history. If they make the playoffs, and if, right, knock on wood,
Yeah,
man, if they can get a playoff win, oh, man, that's crazy.
Dude, I'm talking about in 2 years, man. What if we bet on them for the Super Bowl? The way that the Lions are building themselves, they're building themselves the right way, too. That's what's making it great, is that we're building ourselves from inside out.
From the draft.
And, and from the draft. Yeah. Good signings. Look at who my man, Brett Holmes signed. Everybody, coach, is on 1-year prove-it-to-me deals. So he's making people earn it. And so next year, we're top 3 in cap space.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's scary, man.
Don't get me wrong. We're going to have holes to fill because there's so many 1-year deals going around our team. But he's been hitting on these players. Like, they are so much risk. I mean, so much reward, so little risk, and he's hitting on them. Yep. It's not like these guys are not working out. Like, they're working out for us.
They're definitely working out, man. And we have the money to pay them if we need to.
Thank you.
And then with this, with the draft, too, man, like, I am so impressed. I'm so happy with that. L.A. is so bad right now.
Oh, my God, man. You don't understand.
So
as hard as I've been rooting for the Lions, I've been rooting as hard to not the Rams could lose. Like, put it like this. I was so mad when the Raiders lost against the Rams the other week. Baker Mayfield. Like, I was literally, like, upset, like, the Lions just lost the game because, the Raiders, man, let's just say I wasn't saying kind words to the Raiders.
Of course not.
They
shouldn't.
Because that's ridiculous. And they're in the playoff hunt, too, so really they did it to themselves, to be honest with you.
Javon Carter is what we need.
Yeah, Jalen Carter.
Oh, Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Jalen Carter from the Georgia Bulldogs. I agree. Will Anderson. I'll take any one of them dudes. Yes, trust me, you would take any one of those 2 guys. But Jalen Carter is the guy. And just having that power of a top 4 pick, like let's say a team wants a quarterback. Dude, it might be the team right behind us at number 5. They would sell a 2nd and a 3rd rounder plus their 5th pick just to move up 1 spot to get that quarterback.
Yeah.
And we can still get Jalen Carter and extra draft picks. Yeah. Because we're in a position where, of course, we can definitely take any one of those players, but we don't really, have to have a top 4-3 pick. It's just a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want
I wouldn't want a DB. I don't want another DB right now.
The question is who, though. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been high on college players where I know a secondary player.
Same.
Don't forget the Lions still have their 1st round pick too, which might be like at 21, 22. So if we go DB there, I'll
wait next year on Kalen King.
Kalen King, I don't know if you know Kalen King. He went to Hanley International Academy. He plays at Penn State.
Okay.
Him and his brothers, Kalen and Kobe King. And Kalen low key is starting to make some noise. Why are you laughing?
No.
I keep telling you, Seb, I'm like, listen, if they get drafted, you think I'm gonna be invited to the draft party? You know, it's still to this day. So I'm trying to make my ways to.
Yeah, definitely got.
You
to.
should
You
be, yeah.
You best believe
You should be.
I'm gonna. I might invite myself. I got to. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can be like in the background, with his hands up if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? No, but they're solid, and he's being but he's not being sarcastic. But
I'm
he will
not.
be a junior next year, so I don't know if he would leave next year though.
Yeah.
He might want to, play out his senior year just so he can get even higher.
So
draft
what's the
capital.
biggest need of the Detroit Lions right now?
I think still pass rush. I think we
You
need.
said pass rush?
Yeah.
Secondary.
I know, but it can get better.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. Like, to me, they are for sure the picks if we're sitting there at 4 and one of them is available. And just to get better, man, because when you have that pass rush coach, you can have a mediocre secondary that's solid. Do you agree?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
If that quarterback only have 3 to 4 seconds opposed to sitting in the pocket 6 to 8 seconds, man, that's a huge difference.
yeah.
That's a huge difference. You giving your DBs time.
If you'd have told me 5-6 weeks ago, I would have said quarterback.
Ooh.
Is Jared Goff the answer?
Right now, yeah.
Is Jared, just like Dan Campbell behind the hat?
As long as he's with Ben Johnson, yeah.
Is Jared Goff the quarterback behind center that's going to get us to win the big games?
Ooh.
Hitting you with the tough ones.
Ooh, man. If you asked me this, 8 weeks ago, hell no.
Yeah, same, man.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, things change. People need to understand. They'd be like, "Oh man, you used to say Jared Goff." Man, slow down, man. It's okay. We can change our opinion.
But again, so he's showing promise. You look at his stats, man. It's the best in the NFL. It's the best in the NFL.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
When you look at his stats right now, man, he haven't thrown a pick in how many?
Seems like week 9 or something. It was 6 weeks or so.
No one else has done that.
Yeah.
He's playing consistent.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really ask more of the guy. So I'm like, if he can play like this, right? And again, Jared Goff's not a quarterback that's going to throw for 300 yards every week or even maybe 250. It's not him. But I think like he's a step above Ryan Tannehill when he was on Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee was winning. Ryan Tannehill was the quarterback. Ryan Tannehill was only getting like 150, 160 yards a game.
I agree.
But they were winning though.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
We trying to get the dub.
Yeah, we have an identity now, and this is my question to you: is this the best you've seen the Lions play since since when?
2017.
I disagree, man, guys. Like, to me, I like this Lions team more because we have an identity. Like with Stafford, I felt like we were just like, it was like we were the same old Lions. It's just we were scoring more points than the other team. It wasn't like we were good defensively or great offensively. It's just we were good on offense. Our defense was just making plays. Like with this team, it's like we're trying to run that ball. We're trying to play action. And our defense, we're trying to bend but not break. We're like, we might give up yards, but we're also making plays at the right time. And we might give up field goals, but we're not really giving up too many touchdowns now. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like it's the best Lions I've seen in a long time.
Man, I think
Especially these last 7 weeks.
this is definitely a good Lions team, but I'm gonna take it back. I believe like the 2012, maybe 2013,
When they made the playoffs.
Man, yeah,
Cowboys.
Man, I think they had Joyke Bell. I believe it was Reggie Bush on that team.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
You had Calvin,
Yeah.
Stafford. I mean,
I think Golden Tate maybe.
like Nate Burleson might have still been like that team was crazy. I don't know. I don't understand why they didn't win. I just don't get it. But maybe that was just those are big names, but they couldn't do anything. Now we have a team full of no names, and they're making it happen.
They're making it happen, man. They're playing team ball.
Yeah, man, and playing team ball. But again, I think that goes down. I don't know who the coach was at that time, man. It goes down to coaching.
Yeah, I agree, and definitely. So we got another question. Here we go. James Conner or David Montgomery? This is a good one. James Conner going against the Bucs. David Montgomery going up against Buffalo. David Montgomery just had himself a good week. You know what, man?
Herbert is back.
Khalil Herbert is back, though. The backup for Chicago, who was solid. He's been putting up some good points, too. So he's back. It's not like Montgomery's by himself in the backfield. James Conner is by himself in the backfield with Arizona going against Tampa. But, Trace McSorley. Can you look up what James Conner got last week just so I can kind of have an idea?
Yeah, he did good.
He did good?
He had like over 20, I believe.
Oh, then I might have to go James Conner, man. Just because of opportunity. I'm chasing touches. As much as, I'm chasing touches.
Oh, he had 18.
Yeah. I'll go Conner just because I think he's going to get you about 18 to 20 touches. Montgomery might get you about 14 to 17, which is like 3 or 4 less touches. So who would you go with, Coach Elijah?
I'm gonna go with Conner too.
Yeah.
At this point, You got to go with Connor.
Yeah.
Definitely Connor.
Connor, we're going Connor all across the board. Clamped easy. All right, so want to make sure we give that. So let's close off the Lions because we do have a lot of other stuff to talk about. Keys to victory today. Yusuf, I'm going to start out with you. What's your keys to victory for the Lions? Going against Carolina, at Carolina. By the way, temperature, obviously, not so
like you
warm.
said, yeah, very cold, and surprisingly, Carolina is still fighting to be the one seed in their division.
Yeah.
So
all of them are in it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have not looked good, I can tell you that.
So I really think, like you said, play how we play the Lions, run that ball in this cold, and Jamal Williams should have another 2+ touchdown game. I really fit to see it.
Is that a boom Philly coming from Yusuf soon?
Nah.
All right. I was going to say, you're giving him 2 touchdowns, you might as well give him that boom Philly. He's only projected 10. But Lions, keys to victory.
Man, the run game. I agree. I mean, with this weather, man, you got to run the ball. I'm looking forward to Williams having a great day. He's going to be my boom Philly.
Oh, you got him?
I got him.
First boom Philly of the day. You got Jamal Williams.
I'm telling you that right now. He's going to have a great day.
Okay.
Yeah, man. You got to run the ball. And not just run the ball. We have to have those short passes. We have to capitalize on them, actually catch them and get first downs. Time of possession.
Yeah.
You have to control the ball, right? We can control the ball, have drives going for 9 minutes, man. That's great. The slow grind, especially if we running the ball too. The clock's gonna continue just to go and go and go, and then defense got to make those stops, right? Those third downs, man, we got to capitalize.
I agree, man. I agree. So what's the final scores for you guys, Yusuf?
I would say 24-16 Lions.
All right. How about you, Coach?
Man, I'm going 14-3 Lions.
Wow.
14.
Ugly game,
You're
huh?
saying Jamal Williams will score those two?
Yeah.
You gotta give him.
Yeah.
I like the 24, man. I was thinking about 24, but I'm just going to go with 27-17 then. I'm going to go with 27-17 Detroit Lions. Slayton, Dotson, or Hill at flex PPR. Can you let us know which Hill is he talking about? Because I feel like...
You said Slayton. What did you say?
Slayton, Dotson, or Hill. Taysom Hill?
Taysom or Tyreek? There's only once.
Yeah, there's no way he's thinking about Tyreek, right? I hope not, because Tyreek Hill obviously is a for sure, but I'm thinking he's saying Taysom Hill. I'm assuming it's Taysom Hill.
Oh, maybe Justice, because J.K. Dobbins is probably out.
No, he's not. J.K. Dobbins is healthy.
Oh, never mind, he's healthy, yeah.
Yeah, Darius Slayton, Jahan Dotson, or maybe Taysom Hill. So Darius Slayton, wide receiver for the Giants. Jahan Dotson, wide receiver for the Redskins, who's been hot. Might have to boom Philly him again this week.
It's definitely Taysom, because Olave's out.
Yeah. So who you guys got? Taysom, Jahan, or Slayton? Yusuf?
I want to check one more time.
Yeah, Dotson might be a boom
check
Philly for
too.
me too. What time they play? 4 o'clock, Yusuf?
Dotson?
Yeah, the Washington Redskins game. Is 4 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
No, it's not.
It says right here, 1.
No, but it's probably.
Oh, 4 or
yeah.
5, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jahan Dotson, Darius Slayton. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think Slayton is gonna have a good week this week. So he's been getting 20% of the targets.
Minnesota is the worst secondary.
Yes.
There, so.
So he's been getting 20% of the targets, and with the Giants, Darius Slayton, they got no receivers pretty much. Richie James is the second receiver over there, so it's like Slayton to me is a safe 12 points. Jahan Dotson though has been balling since he's came back from injury. He's been getting at least over, I believe, 18 points both weeks if I'm correct. So he's been low key solid, and you know I mean if you think 16 and 20, so back to back weeks of 16 and 20. So, like, to me, it's like, what do you want? Safe? You go Slayton, Dotson, if you want that 18 to 20 points.
Bro, Dotson's playing the 49ers. I'm not going with that.
Yeah.
And then Slayton, I'm going with Slayton.
Slayton. I'll go Slayton, too. How about you?
I'm going to go Slayton.
Yeah.
Only because they're playing the 49ers. I'm just looking at the stats from last week, man. Dotson had a great game, but, man, the 49ers looking real good, man.
Yeah, they are, man. We're going to talk about, too, who you got for the Super Bowl and stuff like that. I want to hear your opinion. We got people asking questions. Hey, it's week 16, fellas. I told you it's the big week. Justin Herbert, Justin Fields, or Geno Smith. Keep in mind the freezing weather for Fields and Geno, okay? So Herbert is playing against the Colts on Monday night. Justin Fields is playing against Buffalo, and Geno is playing against Kansas City. Coach wanted Geno for a boom Philly. Call me crazy.
I'm taking Fields over Herbert.
I'm taking Fields over Herbert. I know. Herbert's Monday night going against the Colts, by the way. But I'm going with Fields because that running, I'm telling you, that running of the quarterback will surprise you. Like, he can get you 100 yards and a touchdown. That's 16 points already.
You're right. And he leads, if I'm not mistaken, he leads Chicago in rushing yards.
He leads the NFL in rushing yards from a quarterback.
Oh, man.
Yes. And
Lamar been injured for too long, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I think Fields could end up with 1,000 yards rushing.
I think he already hit that.
To.
I think he might have already hit that.
We can Siri that one. I don't want to Siri, or you have to look it up how many rushing yards Justin Fields gets. So, like, to me, Justin Fields is one of those guys you can't bench, unfortunately.
Nah, yeah, you're right. Especially not this week.
Yeah.
With this weather?
With this weather, they're going to run him.
Yeah.
They're going to run the ball. All right, so I like Justin Fields this week. I think we're all across Justin Fields, or who you got, Coach? Did you end up picking somebody?
Yeah, I really want to go with Herbert, but the way that y'all got me, you talking, man, you got me like, man, you're making a lot of sense right now. And again, and I'm looking at the stats. He's at exactly 1,143 carries at 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Wow, that's RB1 numbers. For real, he's giving you RB1 numbers from the quarterback position. Justin Fields, I believe, missed like 2 weeks. He's QB5 right now in the NFL still. So, like, that's the cheat code that those rushing quarterbacks give you. It's like you could. My man probably only got like 2,000 some yards passing. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Like, go ahead and look that up. How many yards he got passing? Probably like 2,500, 30,000 max. Where he at? Do you got him? So
2,048 yards.
2,048. Like I said, he got 2,000 yards passing.
Yeah.
So you know, it's almost like look at him like a running back who's giving you passing yards.
Yeah.
Real talk.
You know, I just have a hard time with Justin Fields because they suck.
Yeah.
Chicago sucks. And so it's just like, well, again, a team sucks, you have to automatically look at their quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at his stats, they're okay. And again, he's running the ball, but they're not winning. But when you look at it from, you know, a fantasy perspective, and he just needs to get these points, and I have to go with Fields as well.
There you go. And you know what? I'll tell you what.
Stats don't lie.
Stats don't lie. And if I had to go with coffee, I'll go with the Kahwa House coffee. All right? So I got to give a shout out to the second ad of today, which is the Kahwa House. It's the first coffee shop of its kind. It's a family business established in 2017 for the sole purpose of providing the best quality Yemeni coffee with no added preservatives, artificial additives, or flavors. You can stop by Kahwa House to try their famous Yemeni latte, Adani Shahi, Mafawad, and Jubani coffees. You can also stop by to try their delicious pastries such as the Yemeni favorite Sabaya, as well as the Everything Mini Bites. So shout out to the Kahwa House. No matter where you're at in the country, be sure to stop by Kahwa House and get a glimpse of what the Yemeni culture is all about. They currently have 5 locations going on 6. West Dearborn, East Dearborn, New York, Illinois, New Jersey, and Canton coming soon. So shout out to the Kahwa House. Great people, great service, great coffee. So if you're ever around this area, make sure you try that Kahwa House coffee, all right? Now, I was going to ask you, who's your MVP right now, Coach? Jalen Hurts was favorite until they came out with the injury, and then now Vegas got Patrick Mahomes as the favorites. Sad situation for Jalen Hurts because of the fact that he could have probably won MVP if he didn't get hurt.
Let me ask you this. So what exactly is his injury, and when is he projected to come back?
I think if they were playing for something very serious, he would have played. But why? They got a 3-game lead against Dallas with 3 games to go. Gardner Minshew is not a bum, guys. Like, I was telling my brother Yusuf, like, don't be surprised, man. Gardner Minshew throws for like 250 and 2 touchdowns. Like, first of all, Nick Sirianni is a good offensive coordinator.
I don't think Dallas would allow that.
I'm just like,
Dallas
be surprised.
is the top 3 defense.
They are, man. But I'm not going to lie to you, Trevor Lawrence went off on them. You know, like, they get turnovers, they get sacks, but they give up points. Bro.
Dallas is home.
Houston they were struggling against Houston the week before. You know what I'm saying? And Gardner Minshew's better than any Houston quarterback. And they were playing well, Davis Mills and whatever his name was, the other guy. So it's like, Gardner Minshew, don't sleep on him, man. So anyways, my point is, even if they lose to Dallas, they can win one of their next 2 games. Jalen Hurts can chill for the next 3 weeks, and they get a bye.
But what I'm saying is, when can he come back? Because that's my thing. He should be the MVP. Based on what he's done this season, man, like him missing a game or 2, I think that shouldn't be the determining factor. We all know that the season that he had was phenomenal. No one saw it coming, right? Everyone said, okay, Jalen Hurts, he's an average quarterback. Right now, he's the man.
Are you ready? Ask Yusuf, who was Omar T's #1 fantasy quarterback? So we had a question. before the season started is, you know, we had every position. And I was not right on every position. But, you know, it was somebody's getting drafted outside the top 3 that you think would finish number 1. And for me, it was Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
I was very high on him. He was, first of all, surprisingly, okay, this is why I tried telling people. From week 3 to week 11, before he tweaked his ankle 2 years ago, last year, not this year, last year, he was QB1. And then for some reason in drafts, he was going QB7, and they added A.J. Brown. So I'm like, you know, you put 1 plus 1 together. I didn't think he was going to finish 1. I was like, but if there's anybody outside the top 3 that might do it, I thought it was Jalen Hurts. Like, I was high on him. I told anybody that I know to take Jalen Hurts this year that was asking me for advice. Although that's the quarterback you should target because, like I said, it just made sense. Running, he runs that ball.
Yeah.
You know, he's smart. And they added A.J. Brown. When you give a guy a wide receiver 1, you know, the numbers are going to go up.
Yeah.
You know, so just want to throw that out there. I was kind of giving myself a quick shout out, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was kind of
No, you're good. No, man, you should, man. You called it out.
Yeah.
Like, people should know that. That's
Yeah.
good, man. You called it out. And again, the season that he's having, man, like, I still want to roll with him. I don't want to go with Mahomes. I like Mahomes, but he's like the NFL version of Curry.
I thought you were going to say LeBron James. Like the guy that...
I can't give him LeBron.
All right.
I can't give him. I can give him Curry.
Yeah.
I can't give him LeBron. There's no one in the NFL right now that can be compared to LeBron.
Patrick Mahomes, man. Let me tell you why. Because this guy is the guy that you don't want to give the MVP trophy to, but is putting up MVP numbers every single year. Like, that's what I mean.
For how many years?
that's Aaron Rodgers, bro.
But for how many years, though?
Yeah, I know. It's still young. It's still early.
Like, if anybody, right? But he's having a terrible season right now. He's on like a decline, like almost like how Kobe was when he left.
Who, Mahomes?
No, I'm about to say Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
Now, I wouldn't even compare Tom Brady to LeBron James because, again, right now, Tom Brady's looking trash. But on the flip side, that's how Kobe was looking when he was getting ready to retire. He retired and stuff. He got hurt, and I would say that Tom Brady's there, but there's no one I could say that's ever in this moment right now, in this era, that's compared to LeBron James.
I agree. I mean, you can't because it's still early. What if he does this for 5 more years?
Yeah, of course. Now at that point, yes. Because, again, like, look at LeBron, man. Like, he going crazy right now
Still. 38. About to be 38.
Still, like,
putting up 28 a game.
he's playing like he's 19, 20 years old.
It's crazy to me. And it's crazy to me that the Lakers are just, like, letting him die these last 2 years pretty much. Like, just not giving him any support, you know? And I know they're trying, but they're doing the wrong one.
Yep.
All right. Cal Trey said, I'll pull the clip off for you right now. Shout out to Cal Trey. He's usually back behind the scenes over here. Fantasy guys, you know, they couldn't make the trip today. Shout out to everybody. Tony, Jose, Moti, Ratonia, everybody. Couldn't make the trip today, but they're here. Quickly, though, Michael Jordan, LeBron James. I got to make sure I know where you stand in this.
LeBron James.
Okay. We ain't got to get into details.
We got to. Just appreciate it. We got to.
Yeah, I just want to hear your
James.
opinion on it. All right, that's
Yes,
it.
sir.
All right, but yes, most surprising teams in the NFL. Okay, we're gonna quickly go through. I'm gonna quickly try to give you the standings. Okay, I'm gonna give you the standings and let you know where teams are at, and then you tell me what teams surprise you and what teams disappoint you. So in the AFC East, you got Buffalo at 11-3, Miami 8-6, New England 7-7, and Jets 7-8. AFC North, Cincinnati 10-4, Baltimore 9-5, Cleveland 6-8, Pittsburgh 6-8, Tennessee 7-7 for the AFC South, Jacksonville 7-8, Indianapolis 4-9-1, Houston 1-12-1, and the AFC West you got KC 11-3, Chargers 8-6, Vegas 6-8, Denver 4-10. I mean, I guess you could just look at the standings. You got them right in front of you. I don't got to read them off to you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell me who are the most surprising teams first, or then the most disappointing teams so far this year. Yusuf, I think you have an idea of where everybody is at. I'll
Yeah.
start off with you.
I
Surprising.
have two. Oh, surprising?
Yes.
I got to go with the Ravens, man. I'm surprised they have 9 wins right now. Like, I watch their games, and it's hard to watch because I'm not a fan. Maybe because of Lamar Jackson not playing. But the Ravens have 9 wins, and they're over here, like...
Struggling.
Yeah. I mean, I don't...
Struggling. I don't know
That's
how they get
weird.
these wins, man. But they find a way.
Besides that, I'm a huge fan of the 49ers. Like, especially with Trey Sermon going... Is that his name, Trey Sermon? Their quarterback?
Brock Purdy.
No, I'm talking about the first starter quarterback.
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, yeah. I can't forget. Especially when him going down. I wasn't a fan of Garoppolo, but them winning games, that defense is crazy, man. Best defense I've ever seen in a while. But, hey, that's for sure my two most,
Yeah.
best
Okay.
teams.
Best teams, surprising teams. How about you, Coach Elijah? Surprising?
Surprising Lions.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna pick them.
Man, the Lions surprised the mess out of me. Again, when you look at how young they are, you look at the coaching staff, you look at how the season was going last year. It was just like, like it was surprising to see where they are. But I'm excited because that's definitely my team. I'm also pretty as the season in the beginning. Now it's a little shaky. And I think that's because he got hurt. But Miami was extremely surprising. Man, they were playing good. I was like, man, that might be a deep playoff team.
Yeah.
Before he had got hurt, and they had who was the backup quarterback they had for a while?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater. And then
He was all right, but he couldn't really get a win.
Yeah.
Honestly, so that was a surprising team. So hopefully they still do something. But I'm looking at it, and I don't know if it's gonna happen.
How about Jacksonville, man?
Jacksonville? No,
Not yet.
Dude, they're gonna win the division, guys.
They could slide in there then.
Yeah,
They do.
yeah. Ooh, yeah. But I mean, they would lose in the first round. Jacksonville's trash to me. I'm sorry.
No, I think
if they
teams
go-
get hot at the right time, and if they win the division, they've had to win
I don't know if
multiple
they're
games.
gonna win in a game because they're gonna be like the 7th seed playing against one of the big dog teams that got high expectations. I don't see them winning in the playoffs. But
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is if they finish 9-8 and win a division, to me that's surprising. They were the worst team in the NFL. Like to me, they are the Lions of the AFC. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we were the 1 and 2 seed. We were the 1 and 2 worst teams, and now we're both battling it out at the end of the year. And if they to be honest, even if they end up 8 and 9, like to me, the way that they played at the end of the year, Jacksonville, they're playing really well. Like, I think going into next year, looking at their division right now, they could be the favorites going into next year.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy for Trevor Lawrence.
For sure.
I'm like, man, like another bust.
I
No,
hope
he's
he wasn't.
starting. He's actually starting.
Yeah.
Do better.
Hey,
So
look, I'm looking to the camera right quick, okay?
okay.
Trevor Lawrence is the guy to draft in fantasy next year. I'm telling you. Doug Peterson gets his boys going. He's starting to turn up. Trevor Lawrence is quietly the 6th fantasy quarterback this year. They're adding Calvin Ridley, who got suspended for gambling.
Yep.
Imagine Trevor Lawrence's second year in this system. Second year in his system too. Like you know that how that works. You know.
You gotta adapt.
And Doug Peterson is a quarterback guru. The way he made Trevor Lawrence go from like guys calling him a bust to now people are saying like they see why he went number 1 in just 1 year. That second year is always that leap, man. For quarterbacks with Trevor Lawrence for his 3rd year actually, but I can't even count his rookie year. Trevor Lawrence, the guy that might go like 8th, 9th round in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
You get yourself a top 5 quarterback.
Burrow made the Super Bowl his second year, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Joe Burrow.
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. No, we don't talk about it enough. Cincinnati's run to the Super Bowl last.
I mean, they were down to the Chiefs like 23-3 or something.
and they
like,
down to the Chiefs
in
that
the playoffs.
game.
Yeah,
Got
that
the
was
dub.
crazy.
But then now what for them this season, man? We can talk about that later. I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go. But
Disappointing,
man. L.A.
Rams.
L.A. Those Rams are disappointing.
I love
man.
every second of it, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love it, but
Yeah.
it's disappointing to see that all that
Yeah.
money that was spent,
Yeah.
all of the the resources, the big names. I was
Especially
looking.
when they got Bobby Wagner, I'm like, bro, this defense is stacked. And then now it's looking like, you know,
I really hope we get a top 5 pick out of that because that would be the most beautiful thing that ever happened for Detroit. And if we make the playoffs, like we were worried about us on our pick getting a good pick, that we end up making the playoffs and the Rams pick be a top 5 pick, like that is like the best thing that happened to Detroit since when? You know what I'm saying? Ever. Man, so that would be
Since we got-
incredible. I agree.
Denver also was
Denver.
pretty
I'm looking at that. I was about to
disappointing,
say
man.
Denver.
Like I didn't think
Colts.
they were going to win the playoffs. I mean, win the Super Bowl or anything. But I didn't project them to only win like what? They got 4 games right now, 4 wins.
4 wins.
That's terrible.
I had Denver making the playoffs before, especially, just that fire offense. But what's his name? Javante going down hurt him. I really think so because I really think he was gonna.
That had nothing to do with
Yeah,
why
it does.
Denver's 4-10.
I promise you
Denver's
it does.
4-10.
I promise
Because of
you it
Russell
does.
Wilson and
No, it's not Wilson.
Kubiak or whatever his name is, the coach.
The coach should have been fired 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. As soon as they hired him, they should have been like, you know what, we're sorry.
Yeah. Honestly, like he's butt cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just playing terrible. So
You guys think it's Wilson?
I mean,
For real?
I think it's
How
a
much
combination
percent?
of both.
How much percent is Wilson?
I give the coaching staff,
All of it.
I give him 60.
When your head coach gotta have to go out and find someone to consult with to make big time calls, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's a problem.
That is true.
Yeah, you're the head coach. At the end of the day, like, again, your assistant coach will say, hey, we suggest this. Cool, you the head coach. This is what we're doing. Like, this is my ship. This is how we're going to run it.
That's true.
Right? You can't even run your own ship.
Yeah.
Your team don't have confidence in you, right? And so even for the quarterback, Russell, he probably don't have confidence in his head coach. So he's second-guessing himself as well as the coach, man. It starts with coaching. That's your leader of the team. So
yeah, I'm still going to give him 60, and I'm giving Russell 30.
Russell 30?
Just because he's not playing good either. Like, you can have a bad coach and, like, still make plays somehow. Like, to me, man, think about it. Like, people are drafting him for fantasy, thinking that he would be a top 12 quarterback. Like, he's not even top 20, if I'm correct. Like, he's struggling.
But that started with the play calls.
I agree.
Man.
I agree.
Like,
that's why I'm trying to give him 60. I mean, maybe it's more.
Your receivers got to catch the ball. Like, a lot of times, I don't know, like, how.
That's where the other 10%. Like, to me, 60, 30, 10, where 10% is everybody else. Because, like, nobody is doing good. Like, nobody's playing well. The defense is still holding it down, low-key. They're a top 10 fantasy defense. They're still doing their things, man. So, here we go. Fahmi Hussein, Isaiah Thomas, greatest thing that happened to Detroit. Dylan or Chubb. He's just going to just throw that out there, Tony? Or he's going to randomly mention that? He's talking about just Detroit sports when we're talking about, like, is that the best thing that happened to Detroit? I'm talking about Lions, Tony. I'm talking about the Lions, okay? Dylan or Chubb? Nick Chubb? Think about benching him, Tony?
You can't
Against the Saints.
Terrible weather, yeah.
You can't.
You gotta bet. Yeah, you gotta start Nick Chubb in your playoffs. But I do like AJ Dillon this week in Green Bay. He's been hot the last 3 weeks. Been getting like over 18 points the last 3 weeks. So he's been balling. I do like AJ Dillon this week.
December.
It's December. It's AJ Dillon time. It's when he starts rumbling, stumbling. So to me, it's tough to bench Chubb, right?
Yeah, it's tough.
In cold weather, that's their success for today is to run the ball. That's their formula, you know. And I do see Cleveland winning today, by the way. So I wouldn't bench Chubb for Dillon. Maybe somebody else. Okay. Akers, Algier, Foreman. Half-point PPR going back and forth on this all morning. So Akers, Algier, or Foreman, half-point PPR. Man, every week somebody tells me Algier, I tell them stop putting this guy's name on here. You can't trust him because Falcons got like 7 running backs, man. And I'm not being sarcastic. I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but they got Huntley, they got Cordell Patterson, and they have Algier. And they run all of them. And it's like it's a crapshoot. You're hoping for Algier to do well for the only 14 touches that he gives you. And in some weeks he does. Like last week he put up 20. He got like 140 yards on 14 carries and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's very efficient. They just don't give him the touches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Huntley's not playing.
Who are they playing?
Oh, Huntley's out.
Yeah.
I'll start Algier. Just stop what I just said. Right there.
Huntley's on IR.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I go Algier. Yes. Yes, it does. James Davila said, I have DJ Moore at flex if that changes anything. One of my boom Phillies this week, DJ Moore. I love the lines, all right? It's not like we're going to just stop them from making catches and scoring points, okay? Carolina's going to get points, okay? So who is it going to be? I think it's DJ Moore. That's Sam Darnold's boy. Lions secondary has been playing a lot better, by the way. But like I said, we're not perfect. You know, we're not perfect. We're going to give up points. I don't like Foreman this week. I do like DJ Moore. Please start DJ Moore and have point PPR over those guys. Way higher ceiling, by the way. I could see 4 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown from DJ Moore.
He's not the type of player to do that.
DJ Moore?
4 catches for 100 yards?
Why not?
In this weather?
So what? Acting like just because it's cold, they can't throw the ball. Like I know it's going to limit the throwing, but Sam Darnold's #1 target is DJ Moore. And if there's anybody that makes DJ Moore relevant, it wasn't Baker Mayfield, it was not PJ Walker, it's Sam Darnold. I would take a wide receiver over Akers, Algier, and Foreman this week. And to me, I mean, DJ Moore's my boom Philly. That's why I'm high on him.
I feel you.
Definitely not
You know,
Foreman.
I don't think, yeah.
Who would you go in those 4?
I'm going Algier.
Algier, who you got, Coach?
Algier.
Algier? I got Moore. Good luck. I'm sorry. He just said he's having a hard time the whole morning. We probably made it even harder for him. All right? So good luck, sir. But, you know, it depends, I guess. Algier, you want to save 10 to 12, go Algier. You need 18 to 20, I think you go DJ Moore, okay? So Moore is at the flex. The running backs I mentioned will be the RB2 next to Eckler at RB1. So, yeah, I'll go Algier and DJ Moore. That's where I would go. in my opinion. If you're gonna need an RB2 and a flex, I'll go Algier and DJ Moore. All right. Tony, what do you mean y'all driving me crazy? Talk to me, Tony. Let me know if we answered your question. I hope that went well. Yusuf, you want to throw in any disappointments?
Oh, Colts and Broncos.
Colts and Broncos?
Colts should have been. I like the Colts, especially with Matt Ryan coming in. But
Me too. I was
Clearly.
high on
Matt
the Colts.
Ryan is cursed.
yeah,
Worst games, worst losses ever. Matt Ryan, he's laughing. We're laughing as Lions fans. We've been through it all, but yeah, we definitely know a curse when we see one. Matt Ryan is cursed, man.
33 points?
Is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer?
No.
yes.
He won MVP one year, is what I'm trying to say. He's putting up numbers.
You're right. I'm really.
Okay, if you're telling me, if you put Matt Ryan on the Patriots, he would have won as many rings as Tom Brady.
No, not as many as Tom Brady. Say he would have won 2 or 1. Say that. Don't say as
Yeah,
many-
maybe we had 1 or 2. Honestly, anyone could have won. Matt Stafford could have won some rings with the Patriots.
But
Geno Smith
I
could
think-
win some rings with
Yeah.
the Patriots.
Is
Like,
Matt
anyone.
Stafford a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Oh, you got to put Matt Ryan up there too.
Nah.
Nah, I think Matt Stafford is a level tier above Matt Ryan.
You're saying a ring is more valuable than an MVP?
Heck yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of
I think
course.
MVP is more self-oriented for Hall of Fame than a team ring.
Well, okay,
That's
so
what I mean.
just because you win 1 MVP, that makes you a Hall of Famer.
No, but you see his stats, man. He's been playing for.
He does have a lot. And his stats are, because, they used to pass a lot. So his numbers are there compared to other people that are in the Hall of Fame. Just he don't have that Super Bowl, and he only got 1 MVP trophy. So it's like, it's an argument. Matt
Multiple
Ryan.
Pro Bowls.
All right, I appreciate y'all, man. It's playoff time. Every point matters. That is true. And he said Matt Ryan overrated. For sure. Shout out to James. The word of the day is oriented, okay? Give us...
I would need to see his numbers.
Okay.
I would need to see Matt Ryan numbers first. But I think, all across sports in general, I believe that we give people Hall of Fame that, in my opinion, don't deserve it.
I agree.
Like, a lot of people,
It's starting to get
they were
ridiculous.
okay.
Yeah.
But, Hall of Fame, though?
Yeah.
Like, people hate me for this, man. But I feel like, Ben Wallace should not be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I seen Ben Wallace, I was like, okay. I was proud of the Detroit Piston, but as a fan of of sports, let's be real. He had a good 4 or 5 year run.
Is Dwight Howard MVP?
No.
Okay.
No.
Dwight Howard. If Ben Wallace is in, you gotta put Howard in.
Right. In that case, yes. But if you're sitting here off my standard, no. Again, when you think about great centers, is Dwight Howard a top 10 all-time center? If you can't scratch top 10, I feel like to make the Hall of Fame, you have to replace someone from the top 10 and put that other player in, right? You shouldn't say, well, he's a Hall of Famer, but he's top 15, top 20. No, they need to be a top 10 player of all time.
Kareem.
All right, we got people calling again. We got people calling to make sure we answer them. Here we go. Who we got calling?
This is Kareem Abdullah once again.
All right, talk to me. Talk to me.
I was just tuned in, and I just found out and was curious if you felt the same way you felt when I called the first time, now knowing that in Chicago the winds will be at 35 miles per hour or plus.
Yeah, I still feel the same way. You know why? Justin Fields is going to run that football, Kareem. That was their game plan going in. Justin Fields, look at his stats. He doesn't even throw the ball more than 10 to 12 times a game sometimes. So at the end
I'm sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
apologize. With that win, I have another question. David Montgomery or Kenneth Walker, even though Herbert is starting? I mean, not starting, but playing.
Kenneth Walker, Seattle going against Kansas City. You can't bench him, bro, because if he ends up getting you that, I'll go Kenneth Walker. How about you, Coach?
Man,
For
Kenneth
sure,
Walker all
Kenneth
day,
Walker.
man.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's easy.
Yeah, because Herbert is back. And listen, good luck, man. I really hope you win, man, because that is a good question, David Montgomery or Kenneth Walker. If what's his name was not back, Khalil, I would have told you David Montgomery because I think he's going to get 18 to 20 touches easily. But Khalil Herbert, he's back, he's healthy, he's going to get about 8 to 10, especially today. Khalil Herbert going to get that 10 carries.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of groundwork. That's why I
Yeah.
was curious. It's going to be all groundwork.
Yeah, but don't be surprised, man. Crazy games have crazy endings. Don't be surprised.
That's why it's called fantasy.
Yeah,
the
man.
witching hour.
Yeah, so good luck, man. There's gonna be some crazy games today because of the weather. There's gonna be you're gonna see some kicks that gonna go to, out of bounds or something, off field goal kicks because the wind is gonna be flying. So it should be a great week though, man. Good luck, man.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah. By the way, Fahmi just said in the comments, Kareem is the weatherman now. So are you giving us the weather, Kareem? What's the weather in Memphis, Tennessee? By the way, what's going on?
Oh man, it's cold out here, man. It's about 10 degrees, man.
There you go.
No snow, but the roads are icy.
So start
There's
Derrick
ice,
Henry.
no snow.
Start Derrick Henry.
Only if I had him, cause
All right,
hey,
Kareem.
tell Fahmi that he been slipping with his booms, his little Philly boom.
You know what? You're going to get us into that segment right now, so we appreciate that.
That's perfect. He ain't been doing me no justice.
That is true. That is true. All right, Kareem. All right. Hey, speaking of Boom Phillies, Tony's not going to log off because he went for 10 picks last week, and guess what, Coach? He went that 0 for 10 last week in his Boom Phillies. He went 10 picks. Tony's a funny guy, all right? Tony's a funny guy. He's a guy that we like to mess with a lot, all right? He said, my bad. All right, so our Boom Phillies scores right now, Coach. This is where it stands. I told you we keep count, okay?
Okay.
So get those Boom Phillies ready because I'm going to run an ad right quick, and then we're going to get a Boom Phillies, okay? I'm currently in first place at 29.5%. I'm 26 for 88, okay? At second place is my boy Ratonia. He's at 28.8%, 17 for 59. In third place are the guests, 21 for 82 with 25.6%. In fourth place is Jose at 22.2%, 12 for 54. In fifth place is Tony, 18.6%, 17 for 91. And then in sixth place is Moti, my brother, with 16.3%, 8 for 49, okay? So really, first, second, and third place, we're about 4% away from each other, okay? We're within 4%, so that's why these next 2 weeks are big. Coach, so you're either going to help or you're going to hurt the guests. I hope you hurt them. I'm not going to lie to you, Coach. For my own sake. I'm a back-to-back Boom Philly champion, so I need that triple crown 3 years in a row. Talk some smack to the boys. You know how it be, all right?
Yeah.
Before you get your Boom Phillies ready, let me give a shout-out to our next sponsor of today, which is going to be Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Shout out to Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Go to Hammer Time for all your hardware needs. They have items for cooling, heating, lawn care, plumbing, electrical, and much more. They have great service, great prices. Shop local. It's the best hardware store in town. Detroit, Hamtramck area. Their Detroit location is 16380 East Warren Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to Hammer Time. Shout out to BG. Shout out to Adnan and everybody over there at Hammer Time. Our last sponsor is Unique Coin Island. Make sure you give them a shout out before we go. We got another question. Noah Fant or Juwan Johnson with Cleveland's weather also. All right, and he said Merry Christmas. So, me, I would go in this situation, Juwan Johnson. All right, you like Juwan Johnson over Frymouth, so I'm assuming you're going Juwan Johnson over Noah Fant.
Yep.
How about you, Yusuf? Juwan or Noah Fant?
Juwan. They have nobody else.
Out, by the way, so Noah Fant might
Still.
get... Okay.
Juwan.
Yeah, I'll go Juwan, too. And by the way, Juwan Johnson's, I know it's inconsistent, but he's tight end 9. So you're talking about a wide receiver, a tight end 1 right now in the NFL, Juwan Johnson. Sadly, but he is a tight end 1 in the NFL this year, with the tight end's position being weak. Crazy, Coach. We've been talking. It's Boom Philly time, all right? So I'm going to read off to you everybody's Boom Phillies. Get your Boom Phillies ready. Ratonia Ringers, the guys in second place, got Traylon Burks if he plays, George Pickens, Raheem Mostert, and Khalil Herbert. That is his 4 Boom Phillies. Jose's Boom Phillies, you got Jamison Williams, Devontae Adams, Dalton Schultz, and Gabe Davis, okay? Omar T's Boom Phillies for the week, I got Jamison Williams, DJ Moore, A.J. Dillon, Romeo Dobbs, and Drake London, okay? That is my Boom Phillies. Tony's Boom Phillies so far, he had on Thursday, Zonovan Knight and Marvin Jones. Already 0 for 2, Tony, for this week. So he's been 0 for 12, his last 12 picks. Shout out to Tony. I'm sorry, I got to mess with him. All right, but Tony, send in your Boom Phillies. He hasn't updated yet. Cal Trey, where's yours? Moti, Play Dudes, Prime Time. Where y'all Boom Phillies at? All right, need one. Pickens, Singletary, or KJ Osborne. Mixon or K9. My goodness, the questions are in, guys.
Okay.
Joe Mixon or Kenneth Walker. You got Pickens, Singletary, or Osborne. Talk to me, guys. Coach.
Osborne.
Really?
Osborne.
Wow.
You just say the receivers again?
Osborne, Singletary, or Pickens, and then you got Joe Mixon or Kenneth Walker. I would go
Single.
Singletary because it's cold.
Minnesota's home, correct?
Yeah.
I'm going Osborne instead.
Really? You guys are going to Osborne. You know he's the wide receiver 3. Against the Giants. Giants are a red light, by the way. It means like they're top 10 toughest against the receivers.
That's the thing.
I'm just saying, man. Like this week, I think it's gonna throw everyone off. Like with this weather, like everything, man. It's just, I know stats don't lie, but I think a lot of surprising things gonna happen. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry, Jackie Cow, because yours is tough, but I'm gonna go with touches in the cold weather. I'm gonna go with Singletary.
Doesn't he split with James Cook?
He does. So
Oh,
what?
yeah.
It's still at
I'm not a
least.
fan.
I think you got.
It's like saying Montgomery or Osborne.
Yeah, but the opportunity was Montgomery or Kenneth Walker. This one, it's
Well,
Singletary
different.
or Pickens or Osborne, you know? So I'll go Singletary. I see 14 touches at least from Singletary. I hope he sneaks one in for you. I hope he catches some passes for you. So I'd go Singletary just because I'm going with touches. I was just throwing suggestions. Those 2 picks, they weren't official. Shout out to Kitty. We miss you, fam. Man, get your steak and butt on, fam. Me. I was just throwing with those 2 picks. He likes to joke around, all right? Thielen or McLaurin? I'm going Scary Terry.
Yeah, for sure.
man, Adam Thielen, ain't no question about it.
You're playing against. You just went Osborne and Thielen. You want to go with everybody from Minnesota? You know they
Definitely
still
not.
got Justin Jefferson, T.J.
Man,
Hawkinson.
but-
Osborne is taking Thielen's spot.
But watch this though. Like it's indoors. The Giants, man, they about to lose this game. Like I don't know. Like I'm putting all my eggs with Minnesota because I really need them to beat the Giants.
Okay, me too.
So maybe it's just like I'm biased
Yeah.
because I want them to really beat.
I agree.
Like, to beat the Giants. I'm like, yo, I need them to put up 40 points.
Start all of them. Start everybody.
Yeah, man.
We're Lions fans, guys. Sorry, man. But I would go McLaurin. Mixon or K9? I'm sorry he asked that question. We didn't answer it.
Joe Mixon.
Listen,
Cold game,
I'm
yeah.
a Sparty, by the way.
You know.
Big Sparty fan. I think it's tough, man. I like both of them. Who's your other running backs? Who's your flex?
Why don't you play both?
We can't. He asking us Joe Mixon or K9 right now. If you had to answer, who would you be? Who would it be? Like, so the reason why Cincinnati to me playing against New England, like Joe Mixon, man, like Joe Mixon is RB1 when healthy, you know?
Yep.
Like there's like every game, it's like he either scores or he gets stuffed at the 1 or 2 yard line. So he always gets the opportunity to score. It's rather he does or not. Kenneth Walker playing against Kansas City, man, like you don't know what kind of game that's gonna be, man.
I got him as my boom Philly.
Kenneth Walker?
Yep.
But you just start mixing over Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
New England's a tough defense against the run.
I'm starting
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker. How about that? Sorry, everybody. You're going to hate me. I'm going to start Kenneth Walker. I think Joe Mixon's going to be one of those games where he gets like 23 carries for like 73 yards and then 3 catches for 33 yards.
He hasn't been getting that many carries since his injury.
Okay, well, like, you know, ends up getting like 11 points. Kenneth Walker, to me, that's his floor, 11 points. You know, I think he, you know, Kansas City, if Seattle wants to win, Kenneth Walker needs to be in that game plan. Flat out. Tyler Lockett is out. They need to run that ball. It's freezing in KC. So I'm going with Kenneth Walker. And you can't be wrong.
Yeah,
Stevenson,
yeah.
Godwin in the flex.
Yeah.
Stevenson and Chris Godwin in the flex. Yeah, you can't bench Ramondre Stevenson, to be honest with you. He's been balling. All right. Chris Godwin or Kenneth Walker or Joe Mixon is the question, I guess.
You're playing Chris Godwin.
I'm playing Chris Godwin, too. I can't argue with you, man. Good points. Good points. I can't argue with you.
Godwin is 15 to 20
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah, safe. Safe. Plus, I think Tom Brady going to throw 3 today. You got
I
3
hope
for
so.
you.
Playing him.
Yeah. 240 and 3 for you today, coach. Yeah. Because it's Arizona, all right, and Trace McSorley's starting. I see a lot of possessions, coach. I see a lot of possessions, all right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Coach, let me just quickly give a shout out to Unique Corner Line. It's already 12:50. We want to let people set their lineups. Please keep shooting your questions away. Our last sponsor is Unique Corner Island, who is famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken collab, shawarma, gyro, and much more. Also, they have a reward system where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. Shout out to Sambo, Big Nate, Big Nasty, everybody over there at Unique Corner Island. Location 33102 DeQuinder Road, Sterling Heights, Michigan. By the way, we are the Fantasy Guys. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. channels: YouTube, Oz Media, Apple and Spotify Podcast, Oz Media. Be ready to follow us on Instagram and Facebook under Oz Media. We're currently Fantasy Guys, but next week we're moving everything to Oz Media. And make sure you give us a call if you have any questions. 313-306-1750. If you enjoy this is what we do every Sunday from 11:30 to kickoff. Today we're live because today's majority of the games is on Saturdays. So make sure you give us a follow, man. We love answering your questions. Like, literally, that's what we do. We got Brady or Cousins is the question now. I hyped up Brady so much, my man's like not questioning it.
You really did. Now you got me thinking again. But I don't know, man. Brady has been really disappointing this season. He's going through some stuff, man. I know his heart is hurting, so I don't know, man.
Kirk, by the way, Kirk is playing solid.
But and Kurt's playing solid,
More
man.
than solid. Like,
Man, he has some threats.
He has some weapons. You was just saying start Osborne and Thielen. We even mentioned his number 1 and number 2 receivers, which is Justin Jefferson and Hawkinson.
Honestly.
no, not Hawkinson.
Hawkinson has a better year than Adam Thielen.
I'm saying Osborne is
But
taking.
why is that?
Because Kirk Cousins is a guy that I could tell likes the tight end position, that he likes to throw that ball, a quick dump off or quick turn routes.
Yeah.
You know, and Thielen's getting old, man. You know, he's like 29, 30, 31, or he's up there and he's in his 30s. Those receivers, man, like, as much as we try to act like, you know, these guys are going to be great for a long time. Like, Thielen's not having a bad year, by the way. He's not having a bad year. He's having a flex option year in fantasy. But, you know, Hawkinson, to me, is playing better. And to me, I think he's the second pass catcher on the Vikings, in my opinion.
But for today, man, I got to go Cousins.
Over Brady?
Yeah.
How about you, Yusuf? You agreeing?
No. Going Brady.
Going Brady.
Yeah, we know you Brady for sure.
I'm going to go Brady because the Giants' defense is better than the Arizona's defense.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't act like the Giants' defense is, you know, just some pushovers. Like, they are right. That's why Greg Joseph...
I believe Giants, they're like number 1 in the most sacks in the last 3 weeks or something like that. So, Giants, they're waking up on the defensive side.
Nice. Yeah. They've been playing well. So, Coach, it's 12:53, man. Let us know what you're looking forward to the most this week, man.
Oh, man. I'm looking forward to this Lions in Carolina. Again, very biased Lions fan. I'm looking forward to the Lions, you know, defense putting on the show and watching the offense control the ball. I'm looking forward to Dallas today against the Eagles with no hurts. I mean, they got to capitalize today. Oh, man, if they don't capitalize today, man, Cowboys are through, in my opinion. You know, they're through. It's going to hurt. You have to win this game. It makes no sense if you lose. Oh, yeah, then looking forward to this Vikings game with the Jets. I mean, not with the Jets, with the Giants. Got to. That's the game right there. I need them to thrash them. Like, I want to see the Vikings win by 40.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't get your Boom Phillies, Coach. You want to share that, by the way?
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
So we got, again, I'm sticking with Geno Smith, right? Hey, because I think he's going to have a great day. The Chiefs' defense always giving up a lot of points for some odd reason. Pat Mahomes, he's still great, but I'm going with Geno Smith, Kareem Hunt, Jamal Williams, and then Kenneth Walker.
Nice. So, Boom Phillies, by the way, we predict these players are going to get 1.5 times their projections, okay? So, when I called out the Boom Phillies, that's what we call Boom Phillies for our show. We project them to get 1.5 times their projections, okay? So, these are our Boom Phillies. Yusuf, do you have anybody on top of your head or no?
No, but I like Jamal Williams today.
So, are you making it official?
Yeah, you could.
All right, hold on. Can you actually go in the message group and write down his Boom Phillies so we have it as a text and put your name, put yours in there too. It doesn't have to be who's who. So double down on Jamal Williams, and then so write down Jamal Williams twice. And then Kate Smith said Brady, Goff, Rodgers, or Jones. So to me, Daniel Jones, and then Tony put Jones. Daniel Jones is safe against Minnesota. He's probably projected like 20, depending on your league, whatever it is. If you want the safe, I'd go Daniel Jones because he's also a runner. He's a runner. He does run the ball. And then you said Minnesota's going to score, so they're going to have to keep up somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, to me, is also safe this week. Not every week, obviously, as you know.
This week.
Yeah. But this week, playing against Arizona, I just see Tampa Bay's defense playing well. I see Arizona getting some turnovers because of McSorley or just getting the quick 3-and-outs. Tampa Bay getting the ball back. Opportunities for Brady to do their thing. They've been struggling, so I can see Brady wanting to kind of bounce back. and using Arizona as like the punching bag, you know. So safer meter, I'll go Daniel Jones, slight edge, safer because of that floor of running the football. But you can't go wrong with Brady and Daniel Jones. Honestly, what I'll do, I'll flip a coin between Brady and Jones. And whatever that coin lands, I think you can't go wrong with either or. Talk to me, Yusuf.
Brady.
Brady. Coach.
I'm going with Brady too.
Really?
Based off what you said earlier, man. You got me thinking. I'm going off what you said. So I'm gonna tell you what.
Damn,
that makes a lot of
I
sense.
told like 3 people to go Brady, man. They're gonna be mad at me. Brady,
Can you
Brady,
repeat
look out
your
for me,
Boom Phillies again?
Yeah.
You said Jamal, Kenneth Walker, Geno, who else?
Yeah, Geno Smith, Kareem Hunt,
Kareem Hunt.
I got you.
Jamal Williams, Kenneth Walker.
Right,
Kareem-
Jamal Williams' name twice down though.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Safe meter. I like it. Yep. Shout out to Tony. I got the safe meter out here, guys. Coach, man, see what happens when we talk about sports. Next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock already, bro.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Time fly.
Yeah, it do. It do. So, Coach, any final words? Any final comments you want to say?
Yeah, man. Good luck to everyone today. I hope y'all get y'all points, make it to the playoffs, man. Go Lions. Let's get it.
Let's get it,
Merry
man.
Christmas.
Yep. Hey, Coach, first of all, I just want to tell you this, man. I appreciate you coming. We're located in Michigan. The weather is bad. This weather is bad in, like, a lot of the places in the country. So, Coach, showing up today, you know, I appreciate you. Yusuf showing up today, too. Yusuf, I appreciate you coming out here. Real talk, making this show happen. I appreciate everybody that comments. You know, that's what we're here, man. Like, I keep, you know, we're going to keep pushing as hard as we can to get people to realize that we're here for you. You know, honestly, the whole show could be us answering questions for all I care, you know, and sharing our opinions. So, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We appreciate y'all throwing in the comments. Again, be sure to subscribe to our pages. We do this every Sunday at 11:30. We're here to answer your questions. We're here to talk football. So if you have questions about football, it doesn't have to be a fantasy. We're here to do that. We're the fantasy guys. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. Coach, we appreciate you coming through.
Appreciate
This
you
is
for having me, man.
Yep, no problem. Season 2, episode 16 of the Fantasy Guys. We'll see you all